I did not believe that I could scale because I did not understand how I was making the number.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
You make my day today. Let's talk about a few things. And by the way, this thing that happened to you, that all your staff quit, this happened to me in one business. That was, you see, and I think looking back, it was the best thing that happened because I brought new people that were aligned with the value that the business had. And you see, sometimes hiring fast, bring that as an entrepreneur, you don't have experience. And I was hiring too fast, and people that were not enrolling the values that business had, the value that were different, and that's why we had this clash. And one day I arrived to the office, and they quit in but it was good. The people that came, they were even better because that business grew and did well. Now, Jonathan, let me tell you why you made my day today, because I'm seeing a lawyer here in front of me talking like an entrepreneur, and this is the thing that I love the most. Yeah, I know that a lot of struggle has gone into your life, 20 years of development, of self development, because I know that is nothing more harder for a lawyer than to become an entrepreneur. Because you see, as a lawyer, you read those documents, you're very good at only this one thing, you see. But it's sad that I see people, even in this podcast, we interview lawyers that they say, well, the only source of income that I have is referrals. If the only source of bringing client to you and you are a lawyer are referrals, there is only one thing that I can tell you: you are amazing at your job. You're so good that even by referrals, you're keeping your firm alive. However, you can tell them, Jonathan, how much money those lawyers are leaving on the table, because is hard for a lawyer to become an entrepreneur, because now you need to learn about marketing, you need to learn about advertising, you need to learn about these marketing strategies. Even from the beginning, you need to learn about website. Look at you see, when the website come, I'm a technical guy, and when the website came, I was doing the first websites in the .com. I was this when I was working in Spain, yeah, and he said it was hard to do it when the website started. It was something that was difficult to understand. It was something that was expensive, and there you go, starting the website. You one of the first lawyers that have a website. So, why do you think, Jonathan, that, or what advice do you have for your fellow lawyers there? Because from this broadcast, we want everybody to be happy, wealthy, and healthy. And I want to encourage all lawyers out there that they can make more. They're leaving a lot on the table. They are amazing attorneys. They're even the only source of bringing clients are referral. Can you imagine this? How good are these people? That the people are so happy with the service that they bring them people, and they've been in 20 years in business just by referrals. And I'm thinking, man, these people are so good. They're leaving millions on the table just by learning some new skills, like become like you, Joanna, because you speak like an entrepreneur. Yeah, I think that you're speaking like an entrepreneur first and like a lawyer second one. And most lawyers, they are lawyer first and entrepreneur after. So what advice or what message do you have to your fellow lawyers that they're leaving money on the table because they don't want to go to this painful process that learn skills that, I mean, it have been painful for you. It took you 20 years. It's not that you enjoy learning about marketing. It's not that you enjoy learning about customer acquisition. It's not that you enjoy about how it was. You did it for your business. So, what message do you have for your fellow attorneys out there?
I mean, they don't teach you any of this in law school, right? Law school teaches you about
absolutely
the law. Right. They teach you about the law. So you have to go back to point one. Get educated on all of these types of things, Harry. And so I was very fortunate that I hired a marketing company in 2016 called Postali out of Columbus, Ohio, and they do all types of marketing just for lawyers. And I had a website that was not working, and they all of a sudden, within a year and a half, built me a website, breedandfirm.com, that became one of the top 10 family law websites in North Carolina and still is today. And so all of a sudden, I went from not having, well, I probably had enough leads. I wasn't doing them correctly, but all of a sudden, I had even more leads than I'd had before. And I did not understand. I knew I had to make a number every month, right? Like every small business owner knows what their number is. For many, many years, like 10 years, my number was somewhere between 30 and 50,000 a month. If I could bring in between 30 and 50,000 a month, I could break even. I could pay my one or two employees. I could pay for the website. I could pay my rent. I was doing all of the work. I was working 6 days a week. I was burning midnight oils. It was not I was not charging enough money. And I did not believe that I could scale because I didn't understand. While I always made whatever the number was, I did not understand how I was making the number. All I knew was I was finding a way to do it. I did not understand this sort of perfect client life cycle, from leads to sets to shows to hires, to average case value, to paid in full, to referrals, do it all over again, right? I had no clue about how any of that worked, but I started to get some idea from this marketing company, and they were like, well, what percentage of consults hire you? I had no clue. This is like, I started in 2000. They asked me that question in 2018. I did not know. So I had to go back and make a chart, like what percentage was hiring me. And then they were like, well, what is your average case value? I did not know. So I had to make a chart and start to figure it out. Well, you can take, close percentage times average case value, figure out how many consults you're doing, you can figure out how much money you're going to make next month. I didn't know that, right? But I do now. And so as I started to gain
But Jonathan, your fellow attorneys listening to this podcast, still they were wondering, wow, I don't know.
Right.
So
and this is
I'm
not
glad
just
that you
attorney.
I'm glad that you opening the topic because nobody, your fellow attorneys, nobody wants to talk about. Yeah. Nobody wants to raise the case. Nobody wants to, but you're right, 100%. They don't teach any of this in law school.
No.
You guys need to learn it the hard way. So tell us what else you didn't know that now you know, and you're
Right. Well,
you're
another
rock
thing
and
here
rolling
is
now.
it's not just attorneys, right? This is any business. I don't care if you're an
I agree
accountant,
with you. I
a
agree with you.
dentist. I don't care if
Yes.
you're washing cars, you're cleaning houses. It doesn't matter. You have to know how many leads you have, how many of those leads you're converting to a set appointments where you can sell to them, how many of those people are hiring, how many of those people are paying, how many of those people are referring to you, so that you can get some idea. Like
How much is
that's
costing them
business.
to acquire those clients? Your
Correct.
cost of acquisition of clients, and understand also the long-term value of a client as well, which is really, really important. All these type of things, everybody in business should know this, but nobody teaches. Nobody teaches you also in the school to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
Nobody taught
But
me how to do it. I have to struggle
right.
so much. Like you, how to a lot of businesses fail because I had to learn all this. Yeah, some of them went successfully, but some of them failed badly. Right?
Well, and I found a coach, right? So the marketing people got me started thinking the right way. And then in late 2019, I finally was brave enough to hire. I had some junior associates over the years that I basically treated as paralegals, but I went and hired an attorney who actually had some experience and knew what they were doing in the fall of 2019. And I immediately I doubled the business in the first month.
I believe you.
Because I had that many leads. I could do that many more consults. She was a very competent attorney. And so from August of 19 to February of 2020, I doubled the business, and I did more in that 6 months than I'd ever done in any 12 to 18 month period. And we all know what happens in March of 2020.
But then Jonathan, number one, talking about the marketing, because you say you hired the marketing agency, This is what I believe. I believe that when you hire this marketing agency, by now you knew what you want because maybe the previous marketing agency or you were doing by yourself and you knew that was not working. You knew that the website is not converting enough for you. You knew that. So when you spoke with this new marketing company, you have some knowledge. You told them, okay, guys, I will hire you if and I can pay you X if you can guys can deliver this result. You see, the thing is that when we don't have a basic knowledge, and you 100% right, a lot of knowledge is available in YouTube and it's free. If you don't have a basic knowledge about what marketing is, yeah.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.